Hello, everybody. All right, I can see the microphone works. Yesterday I had issues with the computer, but today I can see it. It's green and it's working and it's moving. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. We haven't been alive for quite a while. Uh, Here, very good, interesting questions came out and discussions that leads to this video. You guys know how goes. And talking to you about why and how to achieve the inner peace and there. Because if I'm telling you how and you don't understand your why, you ain't gonna do it. You're gonna be achieving that internal inner peace that you definitely need it. The question is why do you need it? The internal peace is leading you to making choices above your understanding, but you need it in order to make the proper choices inside of you. Lately, it's been a lot of going out, been choking and about, and so on. I had a great message today. It's about, I mean, can read you just a little bit from this message up here. Hi, Grande. Thank you for coming in. And I was wondering if I might ask you something again. I have been having extremely difficult months. And how can I get all of my worries in sadness, surrender, and let go the final? Well, this is what you're looking for the inner peace. And how? Every time when people begin to ask me how, I'm asking them one thing, could go back into them, is your why. If you don't know your why, the how doesn't really matter. You can go and learn how many things you wanted to do. You can learn how to do a magic. You can do how to use spells. You can learn how to, and so on and so on. It's like that story of about the spells of love, and all of a sudden you wonder why the love doesn't work. He did the spell. He did this manipulations with the natural path of evolution in there. You mixed up timelines. You do a lot of things for it. So your why it is about you to understanding yourself. That is your why. But the only way you can understand yourself it's when you beginning to seek that peace. And when you begin to seeking at that peace, you are going to have to stay away from all the things that ruin that peace. A lot of the people are focused on the sadness, the grief, and the lower energies. They keep poking it in there. They keep blaming outside sources. I had a lot of calls uh, kind of like a week about it and seeing it. It's like blaming an outside source, my mother, my father, my family. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's this. And I didn't hear pretty much no one that look at it inside of themselves. It says like, oh my God, that's my thinking the way I was. That's the situations that I was. And the whole point of mastering that situations, those energies, guys, in there, is about you mastering yourself. The master will tell you only one thing, only one answer. Seek from within you. That's it. He's not going to be asking, he can try to figure out the things and walk you with there to look within yourself what it is. Because the answers is in there. When you are understanding that why you're achieving that inner peace, that's going to help you in all your journey. We're talking about if you are in a soul connections, if you're in a twin flame journey, if you are struggling generally in life and so on, it's going to be begin to help you and life it's not just going to become easier, life is going to be much more interesting. Life is going to be much more valuable because you living real life in the real present moment of time. It's not like you playing those mind games within yourself. You're staying down in the lower energies and you blaming and stay in the depressions. And one day you're up and the next day you're down. You're not doing it all this. You're staying as the rock solid. And this is how you're going to be achieving by looking at the how energies within yourself. How can I achieve this? Remove what it's prevent you not to achieving it. Stop thinking about it. Because the moment you start thinking, you put the energy and attentions there. And where is your attention goes, that's what the energies flows. A lot of the people have the lack of this mental strength, the psychic strength, the awareness strength within themselves. They just keep on going into that realm and those lower energies and those lower stuff, and they cannot let them go. And people asking, how can I get rid of the past deal? Okay, logically and awareness and the energies within you, what can you do about this past? Absolutely nothing. But by you focus within the past, then what happen is you're like, well, because I have this life and because I have this and because I have that, for it. And this is why I am right now. This is what's going to happen in the future. You already predetermined to your failures and there of the inner pieces. You don't have it. When you understand what happens in the past, it's by you not to repeat it in the present and moving forward. Cut that connections with the past. The past, as I said a long time ago, it is about you to use it as a reference. It's your library of what you did. Your actions, they are based on the past belief patterns, understanding, psychology, philosophy, what you're telling yourself, and based of your religion or spirituality that you understand of that present of time in the past. What is it right now, this current moment of time? If you're stronger within your soul, if you're stronger within your psyche in there, this is why the spirituality works in your psyche, is about to develop that strength. But if you have a weak mind, if you have a weak things inside of you, you looking at for the spirituality and you, okay, I fix it with an energy. Now I can just sit and relax. I can lift my feet up in the air and I can just wait for that inner peace to fall off on me. No, you're not. You need to perform actions on that inner peace within the 3D realm until you find that inner peace inside of you. Your actions in the 3D is matching the reality that is within your higher realms. That's how you have that inner peace. And when something goes not the way you see it, not the way it is, and so on, it's training you to keep your inner peace. Not like, oh my God, it's another failure. Oh my God, it's not this. If you're talking like this to yourself, guess what? You're not going to be achieving that inner peace. If you have a very high expectations, that's not going to work either because you're making those projections within a future that has not happened yet. And you're missing the point of the present. You're looking at in the present moment, what can I achieve for this, what I'm going into? Can't achieve anything, stay put. Time is going to come in when it's going to be asking you because the premature actions in there, what did they lead you to it? To failure. The other thing it is to look at the energies of the why you want to achieve what you want to achieve. What is that purpose goes to? Is that line up with your destiny? That is line up with yourself. If you see that like there is no purpose in there, you're gonna find yourself like you're chasing a pipe dream of somebody else. You tap into someone who has a dream and you tap into it because you don't have a dream. Why you don't have a dream? Why? Look at inside of you. Don't look at an outside. Don't blame like, oh, my mother and my father had no dream. My grandparents has no dream. My friends that is there then had a dream. I had a rough time in teenage years. I had this. That you had you had it now, the present time though. Okay. The balance of the inner peace, it brings you this connections between yourself, the 3D and the 5D energies inside of it. So whatever happens in the material world and the spiritual world begins to match. They begins to merge within you. Yes, of course, there's going to be some tensions. Yes, there's going to be some vibrations. Yes, there's going to be some challenges because you're doing something that you have not done before. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to have uncomfortable talks and situations and so on. But the inner peace leads you to that balance, and always you balance back in there, stay in that center, because you know what happened the last times. You know what happened quite a few the last few times that when you were trying in there. And when we're talking about this in there. How can I let go of my worries? What is your worries about? If you're worried about the future, you're putting yourself outside of the current present realm of energies there is in the moment. And then, and my sadness. What are you sad about it? Because whatever you feel inside of you, it's the one thing that you actually enforcing. Some of the emotions are high, yes, but staying in the lower emotions, it doesn't help you to achieve what you want, what you need. Okay? Surrender. You're surrendering your past. You're surrendering to this energy of that wants you to be within the inner peace. And then you see it what disturbing your inner peace and you don't pay attention to it. This is how you're achieving it. Everything that destroys your inner peace inside of you, you're seeking at what the reasons are. And then be honest with yourself about this inner peace. If you're not honest with yourself in there, you won't be able to do it. That's going to help you to let it go. That's going to be able to let go of what is not happening. Why? Because it doesn't match. You may be matching within your imaginations. You may be matching on another timeline, another level of existence. It may be going on and so on and so on. But if you distorting the energies upstairs, there's going to be a distorted energies downstairs. You're distorting it. You're in a control of your own self. And that big why, this path not to destroy yourself, you to surrender, it to finally let go, it's going to lead you to going to that final stage of the inner peace because you will begin to understand everything that goes around you is within you. And at that moment of understandings in there, when you make this balance, when you don't go too much into the spirituality, but don't go too much into the material world, don't go too much into the learning, and then you just stuffing yourself with so much information isn't there, and then it's like I don't know what to do, I'm already confused. Yes, you're confused, of course you're going to be confused. You stuff yourself with informations that you cannot process in there, and then you're asking for like, why am I confused? You can't process it then. Your psyche, your awareness, your internal self has to be in there. uh Hi baby. Hi everyone. Building projection for the future comes from impatience to allow bigger picture to unfold, include their higher purpose and new dreams. Act only if you're asked to do so. Exactly. You're going to be asked to do. Thank you, baby, for that. Thank you. To do. Most people failure right there. To do. Why that energy is inside of you? They're asking you for current action, something to happen in the physical realm, you to do. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to come out there as a twin flame, but the energy was asking me to come out in the public as a twin flame years ago. I had to do it with actions. I had to do certain actions. It doesn't matter what it is going on. It doesn't matter what the situations was. It doesn't matter my energy times and efforts isn't there because the new energy they all wanted me to act upon it. Now the inner energy is acting upon what? And the inner peace. And then the evolutions of that inner peace is coming. And then you'll be able to navigate your life, not from the stress, not from these projections so much within the future in there, but when you are in the inner peace, the natural things get in control to you in its own way, in its own pace, in its own time. But guess what? You're not going to agree with it. You're not going to like it. Why? Because it's in not is when you want it. And you're wondering why. Why you're in sadness? Why isn't this? Why isn't that? You still have this unhealed inner child in there that didn't receive the gun, did not receive the ice cream, did not receive the toy. When a psyche is so strong, it says like, okay, there's gotta be a reason. Let me see the reason. All of these things doesn't happen right now. Must be a reason. I maybe not understand it right now, but all I have to go is with the flow. And you're flowing with the inner peace. And everything is okay with you. You don't stress yourself. You don't put yourself down and so on and so on. Yes, the lower energies will come out to you. The higher energies will come out to you. And they're going to balance you out. But most important thing is inside of you is your why. Your why is within yourself. Your why is going to come with the universe. Your why is going to come in for some very particular point. But when you get to the why, the how, it's going to be only a matter of actions. Your actions of way of thought, processing, awareness, logic, practicing philosophy and the base of spirituality, and understanding can override your psyche. And this is how you're going to be finding the way. What are you liking at it? Why are you liking that inner peace? Everyone wants the inner peace. Everyone wants that the beauty of it. Everyone wants to achieve it. Everyone is getting in there, but not everyone is ready to let go of what prevents them not to achieve it. You're not ready to let go of the things that are creating this within you. Like it or not, it is what it is. As I said that long time ago. But the point up here is your actions at the end is achieved. And nothing is achieved without actions. Nothing is achieved without actions. There. Can't just sit in there and just waiting for this to come in. You're achieving it on your own. A lot of the people expecting the inner peace to come in from another person, from another source, from the universe, from everything else. Actually, the universe is asking you to align with yourself and achieve the inner peace within the universe, wherever the universe is. It doesn't matter what path it is, doesn't matter what is going in there. That's going to lead you to expansion, and you're going to be able to process a very heavy mental changes and so on, just like that. Why? You evolve, you went above, and that's going to be your reward part of the inner peace. And but you have to be honest to yourself. Don't cheat yourself, and don't be like, "Oh, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it." You may want so many things. You maybe go out there, it's because you're trying to skip, cut corners, and so on and so on. You're learning meditation for manifestations to achieve inner peace. You may try this and so on and so on. But the internal processes of achieving the inner peace, you haven't done it. Why? Because you want to be easy. You won't be easy. It's going to be rewarding. And it's not easy because you have to face your own self, your old beliefs, your own changing systems, and so on and so on. There is no like a standard pattern. The only standard pattern is that you are going to have to look at it in you, because for many people it's different situations. Some people they want to be billionaires and they don't have a peace until then they don't get billionaires. And they have to look at what's the reason they want this. Some people they just want to have a little something out in the woods and stay there. What is preventing them from not doing it? Everyone has a different things that they think that it's missing inside of them. But look at it why you want it. How big is your why is going to determine it. How big is going to be your how. Because those two combined together, they are going to be calling for the action, and that's going to be the do part. That particular do, because there is a why, how, and do. You might have your why and it stays in your whys. You're not learning how. Good. You learn how, but you don't want to do it, and then you're afraid of doing it. Why? Because you have to face yourself. But when you win over yourself, you acting differently as you act before, you get this energies inside and you value it. You begin to value that inner peace. And hopefully this will help some of you guys. If you have so many questions now, you can ask. Okay. But I think that this year was coming out. Is supposed to come out soon and so on. Okay, guys. So that's all I have for you. Okay, give you some gifts of love. Be love, guys, and I will come and pop out some more and more. Okay, guys. Be love. You're welcome, Grande. Darling, thank you.